But anyway, now it's time for our main event of the evening, the interview. And again, and boy, this sure was they had one match with Gunther and Moss that was actually worth watching, and 10 minutes of an interview where the guy didn't even have to speak for 5 minutes of it because the crowd was so loud. And that was the best thing on the show. So that's why I say that not only a weird go-home program, but also may have devalued the sale price. But here comes Sami, and in Montreal, what an ovation. And they're singing, I don't even now his tune has a whoa, 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 whoa that they can sing, and then ole, 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 ole.
Well, that's his old song. That was his old song.
Well, yes, but I know but the new song, I don't know the tune, but there's more whoa in his new song. And
no, he doesn't have a new song. His new song is the old song.
Is that the old song?
Yeah.
Well, I love the old song. Whatever song he's got, I'm not talking about a new song, old song. I mean, ole, ole, ole was what they sang for El Generico. That's what I'm saying. That's the old thing they used to do for him long ago. And now they're playing his song that's got the whoa that they can sing along also. Whatever. There's a lot of whoa and oh and ole, ole, oh. And everybody's got a oh. And Seth Rollins with the oh, whoa, or whatever.
Where's Andrade? Ole, ole, oh.
I don't know but nevertheless, Sami comes out and he's over, and he doesn't have to speak for minutes. I think it was like 5 minutes. And they chanted, "You deserve it," and Sami, and ole, 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 ole. And Sami was great because on his face, he went through all the emotions. He was touched. He was laughing. He was serious. He had a tear coming down his cheek. And without saying a word, this was the 5 best minutes of the fucking show. Sami Zayn standing in the ring, the crowd coming all over themselves, and the emotion showing on Sami's face that was actually genuine. And then all he had to do is do the promo, which he did. You know, WrestleMania, everybody thinks is the big show, but the Elimination Chamber is once in a lifetime. And he spoke French and got a big pop because they're bi up there. Everybody in Montreal is bi, you know.
Bilingual.
They speak both the English and the French. And then he just said it's tomorrow night. It's Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and the entire city of Montreal. And Roman, you're going down. Oh, big pop and more singing and more music. I mean, it was perfect. That was, and somebody tweeted, said Cornette said that El Generico would never be a star. And I was right. He never was. Sami Zayn is, but El Generico never was. This is the fucking guy. And you remember the gimmick, Brian. So you can testify to what has been the best part of the Bloodline Sami issue. Has it been the matches, or has it been the verbal interplay between Sami and the rest of the group?
Verbal interplay and facial expressions.
Well, El Generico was a mute. And he didn't have facial expressions because he had a mask on. And he was named after a fucking rib to be a generic luchador when he was really a ginger Muslim from Montreal. He refused to speak even when his promotion was bought by a television company and didn't want to lose the gimmick. And what was my assessment of the guy underneath? He can work his ass off. He can sell, especially as a babyface, and he's remarkably, deceptively strong for his puny physique. And I never knew whether he could talk or not because he refused to do it. But now, 10 years later, with no mask, a different name, and actually speaking in 2 different languages instead of none, he's one of the biggest stars in the business. Who could have possibly predicted? But that was the go home. I mean, that's the only thing really that sold the pay-per-view on this program was Sami. But like I said, at that point, maybe they figured if they haven't already decided to get it, they're not gonna. What do you think?
You know, the other thing is, I'm looking through the notes here. Other than Asuka versus Liv and everyone that ran into that, no one else on this show other than Sami is even on the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to give him the night before to rest up.
Build up the matches on the pay-per-view.
Yeah. But before we talk about the pay-per-view, we're going to have one of those time lag deals where we're going to go away, but the folks are never going to know it, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the pay-per-view because it will have happened by then. What in the wide world of sports is going on at the Arcadian Vanguard Wrestling News end of the building today?
Well, let's do this quick because it's been a long show, but we still have a ways to go. Get information about all the shows on Twitter at Superpodcast or on Facebook. Of course, get the wrestling news every day for free. Your daily wrestling morning newscast at thewrestlingnews.com or look for Arcadian Vanguard's The Wrestling News wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And of course, the 605 Super Podcast, The Mothership! That's right. Go through the archive today at 605pod.com. That took a lot of energy. Wherever you find your favorite podcast, The Mothership! There you go.